I literally get so fucking tired of having to go through this shit over and over and over and over again. But here's another example of people being murdered, injured, maimed, whatever, without a gun. All of you anti-gun Brady assholes that keep saying, well, they get a better or a higher body count when they're using a fucking gun. That's not true at all. Timothy McVeigh, something like 156 dead, didn't have a gun or didn't use a gun, had a truck full of fertilizer. Nice, France, something like 500 wounded. It was 450 or 500 people wounded, 85 or 86 dead. 85 or 86 dead. Think about that. 85, 86 dead, hundreds wounded from the bumper of a fucking truck. This here is another case. 5 dead, 40 injured. 5 dead and 40 injured. You can't say, well, he just injured them. I love it when you assholes pull that shit of, well, they were only injured. As if that fucking makes any difference. The fact of the matter is that they could have been dead. That other 40 there, they were hit too. They could be dead now. The Boston bomber only killed, I think, a couple people. Wounded a bunch. They could have all died if the little fucker actually knew what he was doing a little better. If they had actually done a little better at planning those pressure cookers, they were not IEDs. Well, they were IEDs, actually. But they were not, you know what I mean, like landmines or something like that. They were not a professional explosive, something you would literally think of when you think of an IED. Something when you're looking at like one of these terrorist groups that work up all the mercury switches and shit like that. This was just a pressure cooker somebody could buy from fucking Walmart that the Boston bomber used. You can't get rid of everything that can cause people to die, because we would all literally be in little padded rooms. And yes, I know that that's what your leftist overlords want, is everybody living in a little padded room until we can die of old age or viruses or whatever, so that they can live in their little Agenda 2030 hippie love-in Georgia Guidestones, 500 million people on the face of the planet kind of shit. But right now, here and now, people are going to die from all sorts of shit, including Christmas parade. 5 dead, 40 injured after car speeds into crowd in Wisconsin. I believe it was a minivan, but I could be wrong. I thought it was a minivan or an SUV or like a Ford Bronco or something like that. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like when I watched the video. Driver plowed into a vehicle and into crowds at a Christmas parade in town in Wisconsin, killing 5 people and injuring more than 40 adults and children. Yeah, it was. There it is. That's what I thought. I thought I saw basically, dark red SUV. So you have a case where this actually sounds like this was a black man who may, and I want to say may, it sounds to me from what I'm reading, it sounds like it was a black man who may have been doing this in response to the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Now, the reasons they say may is because I believe this guy there, I'm hearing he's a black nationalist. It's okay to be a black nationalist in this country. It's not okay to be a white nationalist. Now, you tell me how the fuck that works. I'll get down on all fours and act like a dog if the answer is sufficient. If it satisfies my curiosity and doesn't make my fucking eyes roll back in my head. How it's okay to be a black nationalist, but it's not okay to be a white nationalist. Somebody's going to have to explain that to me. But then again, when I golf, there is an African-American golf league. Now, I got no problem with it because I don't give a fuck. But it's kind of hypocritical. You have a black golf league at these courses, the city courses here that I sometimes go to. A black golf league. It's cool. There are a bunch of old black people out there. I'm glad that they're golfing, to be honest. I'm glad to see that they're golfing. It's a lot of older people, and they're getting exercise. I'm glad to see that they're doing something. I'm glad to see that the course is making money. It's a good thing all the way around. But if you tried to have a white golf league, the people in that black golf league would have a fucking holy hell fit, and we all know it. It would not matter how innocent the white golf league were. It would be called racist. It would be called KKK. We all know that it would. There'd be fire bombs. People driving by trying to burn the damn building down. You know what I'm saying? Death threats. It's okay to be black and seclude yourself. It's okay to be black and have your little groups. It's not okay to be white and have that. It's racist. It don't matter how you look at it. It's fucking racist. And to deny it makes you a racist. But evidently this guy, I'm hearing he was a black nationalist. I don't even know what a fucking black nationalist is. To me, I don't even know what a white nationalist is. I'm white. Yes, I'm Caucasian. I'm a nationalist. Yes, I believe in the sovereignty of my nation. White. Yes. So white is Caucasian. Nationalist means I believe in a national sovereignty. I don't know how to say that I'm not a white nationalist because I believe in sovereignty of my country. And I'm white. That makes me a white nationalist by fucking default. By definition. If you're a black nationalist, I guess it kind of works the same. I'm sure that there's some added shit in here that I'm not taking into account right now, but my bigger point here is what I started out with. I'm so fucking sick of the left and you Brady campaign fucktards rambling on about how guns are designed to kill. And then you get some guy in Nice, France that gets a higher body count than I believe any mass shooter has ever gotten. And if the gun did get more, the numbers are comparable at the very least. And don't get me started on Timothy McVeigh again. 156 people, I believe, 155, 156 people dead by fertilizer. How many people were affected by the China virus? What do we have worldwide? 2 million dead, something like that. Granted, in the grand scheme of things, 2 million dead out of 8 billion or whatever the hell we got on this planet now. That's very small. A percent of a percent maybe. I don't know. I'd have to do the math. It's not very many people in the grand scheme of things. But if you looked at the virus as an act of terror, which it may very well have been, considering that China is making threats right now, if we get, they're telling Australia and the U.S., if you fuck with us when we take Taiwan back, keep your nose out of it or there will be Armageddon. I saw the guy. I saw the Chinese asshole myself talking in an interview. He's telling them there will be Armageddon. You're risking, what does he mean? Well, China just released a fucking virus. They have viruses that have a 50% mortality rate. This one had less than 1%. They have some that are 50% from my understanding working in that lab over there. What happens when they turn one of those loose? Do you think the fucking Chinese care if they kill their own people? They don't. They don't. Tiananmen Square, ringing any bells? They don't. Stop saying that guns are designed to kill people. Because when you say that, when you say guns are designed to kill, not effective at killing. You don't tell me that guns are effective at killing, because if you say that, then I have to agree. When you say they're designed to kill, you blow your fucking argument. You blow all logic and reason out the window. Because if they're designed to kill, then killing is their purpose. If killing is their purpose, 99.9% of the guns in the U.S. held by American citizens are defective because they've never killed anyone. Stop saying they're designed to kill. They're not. They're designed to project a piece of metal at high velocity. That's it. That's what a gun does. Period. It can be very effective at killing people, animals, whatever, paper targets. But it's not designed to kill. It's designed to project a piece of metal at high velocity. The same kind of concept that a car engine does. It's designed to project a piece of metal at high velocity, at some velocity. As we see here, it's fairly effective at killing people and wounding people, right? As we see in the Nice, France case, very fucking effective at killing and wounding people. 85 dead or so, 85, 86 dead, 400 plus wounded, above and beyond the 85 dead. Like 500 casualties is the approximate number I've seen from a number of sources. 485, 85 of those are dead from a bumper of a truck. And here you have 5 dead, 40 injured from another, well, SUV-style truck. And then you have Timothy McVeigh with the fertilizer murders. You know, don't run your fucking idiot, uneducated Brady campaign mouth about guns being so lethal when Timothy McVeigh threw some fertilizer that he could get down at fucking Lowe's or somewhere. I don't know where you buy fertilizer at, but when you can buy fertilizer, throw it in the back of a truck, and blow half of the fucking federal building away, murdering 150 fucking people in one little blast, one big blast. I don't want to hear about my guns anymore. Stop talking about them. When you've got rid of the fucking fertilizer and the truck bumpers, then come and talk to me about my fucking guns. Guns are not designed to kill. They're designed to project a piece of lead at high velocity. Period. Now, like I said, if you want to tell me that they're effective for killing, I'm in agreement 100%. If you want to tell me they're designed to kill, I have to tell you that 99% of all guns in this country are fucking defective. They don't work. They haven't killed anybody. You're making the argument for me against your idiocy too fucking easy. It's better if you just stop talking than to make yourself look like a fool. I get it, you need the dramatic effect. You need the AR to be a fucking military-style weapon when it's style, if you want to say style like as in cosmetic, eye appeal. You got a nasty-looking woman, she puts on $80 worth of Revlon, and all of a sudden she looks like a fucking model. And trust me, some of those models are pretty skanky without the makeup. Then sure, it's the same. That model is now a beautiful woman because of the Revlon. But she's not. Just like the AR is not a military-style weapon. It's not. It does not have the auto select for the auto fire, the full auto fire that the military version has. It's not a military weapon. Unless you want to get down to the nitty-gritty of it, where we say all weapons are military-style weapons, because even rocks and slings, even bows and arrows, technically are military weapons. They've been used in war to kill people. If you want to go that far, but then we can start including butter knives and fucking spoons. A rock is a military weapon. If you got a sling, where does it end? Back to the little padded room I was talking about. That's where you're going to have us to have. We're going to have to all go live in a fucking padded room if we're not going to be killing each other. Stop talking about guns, because you're literally beating a dead horse here. Until you get rid of the fertilizer and the truck bumpers, you're just a bunch of fucking hypocrites.